So just how hard is it to work with Python? Oh, it's so difficult. I'm dreading it. No. You can see by the length of the video, this is not going to be a very long video because there isn't a whole lot to it, really. And we're going to do from scratch. We're actually going to do and kind of do two different ways to work with Python. We're going to work with interactive, and we're going to work with writing the program into a file. And we're going to do two very basic programs from scratch. So let's get started and see how easy it is to have some fun with Python. Now, I like to work in my home directory on this video. You can work in any other directory and just, open a terminal wherever you are. But in this video, I'm going to work in here because it's just easier to run the program if your terminal is in the same window as it. .py is the typical extension of a Python file. And so I'm just creating a test.py file. And you don't even need an extension, though, because you're going to call it from the interpreter and it's going to know what it is. So most of these languages, you don't have to actually write a header. You don't have to write a extension for them. You're going to open that up in your text editor, and that's how you can work with the programmed version. And there you would simply just write your Python statements. And you would save that. Now the other thing is when you go into, we will run that in just a moment, but you can go on in there and get your terminal. Now you can type Python directly and go on into interpretive mode, which means here I've got a Python console. And here I can just type in statements at will. And you can work with it interactively. You can even build functions and classes and everything else in there if you want to get complex, but generally I like to work with a file, that way I can save it. Exit function lets you go out. And now I'm back at my bash prompt. Now if I type Python and give it a parameter such as the name of my file, okay, my test.py file, then it's going to run that and exit. It won't be in interpretive mode. You see, we just ran it from the program. So that's how difficult Python is. They're really difficult to wrestle. Those snakes, they're really difficult to wrestle, those snakes are. So that's how you do that. If you want to go back and review it again, that's the glory of YouTube. You have that ability. But that's the basics of writing a Python program.
Thank you for watching.